I'm a couple of days late uploading my Deserted Island challenge, but I wanted to do this challenge so bad that I decided to go ahead and upload it anyway. First, wanted to just show you what I have left over. Here is a clip I took before I got started of what I used. I really appreciate this journal challenge because this will be my first journal, and having the rule of limited supplies to make it kind of takes some pressure off in a way, even though it also forces us to be creative. But yeah, you don't feel like you have to have a million supplies and everything under the sun in your journal, so I like that. Okay, so my four givens, my glue of choice is matte Mod Podge. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree with applicator. I also got a bag of these at the Dollar Tree. Got some baker's twine from the Dollar Tree along with a darning needle that I already had in my sewing box, a little small pair of scissors, and some coffee dyed paper. We also get 4 wishes. Well, for one of my wishes I got this little marker from the Dollar Tree. It's 2 ends. Nik the Booksmith said it would be a good idea to have a pen with 2 ends, so got a brush end and a fine point. And I have a napkin, and this napkin opens up and it's triple ply, so hopefully I can get a lot of mileage out of this puppy. And then I used 2 wishes up for all the ladies out there that like their coffee and also that wanted Tim Holtz on the island. So I wished for a Starbucks with Tim Holtz as the barista, so he can show us how to use the local flora and fauna to make all our crafts. And since I used 2 wishes up for a Starbucks and barista, I decided I'm gonna have to use my trash from Starbucks. So these are my other 2 items. So these are my 4 wishes, and now let's see what I can make. And here's everything I have left over. I had used this 2-ended pen because I could draw with this end, this end to edge the papers. I'm not going to get rid of this stuff because I can use it probably for further embellishing. I separated my napkin into the 3 plies. There was this ply, then there was this ply. It's like a ghost image. And then the last layer, I had a little piece of the last layer left, and I guess I thought it was something else and threw it away. So anyway, and it's just completely white. And then a little bit of the bag left over, a little bit of coffee dyed paper. Here's how much of the baker's twine I had left. And this has to go in the trash because I let it get crunchy. Alright, so let's look at the book. Okay, so here is my Deserted Island Challenge journal. As you can see, the outside is made out of a Starbucks bag. I left one handle on to serve as a closure, and it's got 2 signatures. I decoupaged the front with Mod Podge. It was supposed to be matte, so I was kind of disappointed how glossy it was. I'm not a Mod Podge guru, so if anyone has any tips for Mod Podge, please leave them for me in the comments section. I got this Mod Podge from Dollar Tree, and it was supposed to be matte, so I don't know if that's a mistake or user error, or if that's as matte as it gets. Anyway, later on when I was working on other stuff, I used a lot lighter hand. Also in the beginning, I thought I was going to cover the entire bag in Mod Podge to make it more sturdy. And then I decided A, I didn't really need to make it more sturdy, and B, I was almost out of Mod Podge because it was a very small bottle. As you can see, it's almost completely gone. I made this button out of coffee dyed paper with part of the Starbucks sack, and then as you can tell I put Mod Podge on it to stiffen it up. The little tie that keeps my journal closed is made of baker's twine that I braided. And then this is it's a little tassel I made with some extra one little, what would you call it, ply of the thread of the baker's twine. This piece here is simply keeping the handle in this shape. I like that shape better, and it naturally went that way. Just twisted it and it kind of went that way naturally. The ruffle I created using the backmost ply on the napkin. Was really proud of myself for doing this because I've always loved ruffles on journals. So I was happy to figure out how to do that. I used Mod Podge, and I Mod Podged it onto a strip of coffee dyed paper, and then Mod Podged that down to the book. And as you can see, the book is lined, the bag is lined with the coffee dyed paper, and there's another ruffle here at the back. I Mod Podged on a bunch of elements from the napkin. I just tore them out with my fingers. This I did early on. I was a lot more heavy-handed with the Mod Podge on this part, and then I did this when I was, this was like one of the very last things I did, and I was very light-handed, and I didn't put it on top, and I kind of like the way that looks better because it's not as shiny. And then I made like a belly band, and I just added this because my paper was falling out, and then this is just decorative. This is just plain coffee dyed paper. Plain. And then another belly band. This little Starbucks icon was on the bottom of the sack, as was the word recycled. I thought that was kind of neat. I liked having some torn pages in here. I always like it when people make tuck spots with doilies, but I didn't have any doilies, so using the ghost layer of the napkin, I glued it to some coffee dyed paper, and then I just made an old school snowflake and used that for my tuck spot. And then here's the other side. This is more of that paper where I glued the Mod Podged the napkin on, and so we can write on this side. And then I made this just by gathering up a bunch of twine. You can see what I did there. Added a little drop of Mod Podge to hold it secure. There's my tuck spot. Got a pocket here. This is another ghost layer Mod Podged onto coffee dyed paper. Little pocket here. This is the middle of the first signature. I drew that just for fun. I wanted a coffee theme in my book, but I couldn't find any coffee theme napkins that were really good and that I liked. I found one set only at Dollar Tree. And the napkins I picked, it had tons of elements, so I thought, well, it's better. I think it's autumn, so I like the leaf theme. I tried to draw me a little coffee cup. More plain paper. And then this is off the bag. I thought that little froggy was real cute. It says Rainforest Alliance Certified. And this is just a piece of the bag with, I think that's maybe, I don't know if that was on it or I glued that on there. I don't remember. And then I made a little Budget Bee coffee thing you can write on. I thought that was fun. I really appreciate how creative she made us get, and you don't feel like you have to have quite so many elements, you know? I was amazed that I could make, this is my first journal. I'm surprised I could make something what I think is so fun and so cute with so few things. Oh, and then here's my little surprise in the middle. This is the beginning of the next signature, and this is what I made with the cup. A little mini journal, and I decided to go ahead and put a a wrapper, you know, a tie around it. I just Mod Podged it in the back because it wasn't really closing well, and, you know, staying nice and flat for me. And then I did the pleated ruffle again. This is very messy. I think I intended to cover all this up with coffee dyed paper and I forgot to. But look, you get to see the guts of what I did. That's supposed to look kind of like foam on top. This is so easy to make. You just cut up the side. Once you do that, this unrolls real easy. Then you just kind of stab through the bottom and cut and open it up and trim it off. Then you decide, you know, where you want it to be exactly folded and you trim it up. And then you sew in your paper. So I just put little, looks like 3 pieces. I learned this from Cheaply Chic, her channel. She puts these little paper hearts on her strings almost every journal she makes. That's real cute. So that's that. I thought that was really neat. It's got the label. It's a bona fide real. Oh, except it says drive up. We shouldn't really have cars on the island, should we? Oh, and then here's a little secret writing spot. And then some more coffee dyed paper. I really like how this one was dark on the edges. I don't know what I did to that to make it dark. And then here's some more decoupage. It's another tuck spot. I like this tag real well. I think the colors are real pretty. And I just tore that because I like the rough edge. This is like a double tuck spot. This is just a piece of the bag you can write on. I tried to make what looked like a ticket. Came out kind of pathetic, but look what I wrote. Admit nothing. I don't know, I thought that was funny. And then here you can see where I tried to kind of make the edges darker with that pen that I got at Dollar Tree. And yeah, this is just another piece of paper tucked back here, so it's like a double tuck. And then this is another little pocket. You can write on this side. This is the darkest. This is the top layer of the napkin. The center. There's more napkin. Here's another belly band. I decided I liked this piece of paper being longer than the journal, so I left it that way. And then here's some more of my attempt at drawing. And here's another piece of the bottom of the bag. It says, reuse it again and again, then recycle it again. Bag is made of recycled, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then the piece of paper, just to do something kind of different, I cut it as a triangle and I folded it as a triangle. And here's another one. Same thing. And this, I made a little pocket down here because this was so loose. My triangle was falling out. And I figured if you write something on one of these little folded up pieces of paper, maybe because you don't want other people seeing it, so you don't want it falling out of your journal, right? So that's a little safety pocket right there. Oh, here comes my dog. Okay, and this is the last page with the napkin ruffle. I did it the same way I did the other ruffle. And then here's the envelope that I made. I made it out of coffee dyed paper with the ghost layer. This is just plain paper, coffee paper. Yeah, this is coffee dyed paper with the ghost layer decoupage on. And this is the effect I got when I tried to first, like, do the edges with this pen, and then I tried adding water to it and like putting water on my hand and It just, it's okay, but not crazy about it. And the tip completely lost all ink temporarily. So, and there's the back. So that is my Deserted Island journal. It was really, really, really fun. I mean, I don't think I've had this much fun. Actually, I have not had this much fun since I first discovered eco printing on Nik's channel back in, I think it was June. And I just thought I'd never be the same and never have that much fun again. And this was super duper fun. So hopefully I will make more journals in the future, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me some comments and constructive criticism and suggestions, and let me know maybe about this, like if there's something I could have done to make this look better. Alright, well that was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you enjoyed it too. See you soon. Bye!